what's happening.
So, well, hello, and it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It is. And so, welcome to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
fabulous Arizona Center. And
I'm digging your shirt today, Marshall.
well, thank you.
You keep giving me tropical vibes. I like it.
Well, I was like, it's a Tuesday, and it's been a great week so far.
Tiki Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just out in your neck of the woods and got to hear my friend Brian play with his band from the East Coast on the last bit of their tour.
Yeah.
Mr. Ho's Orchestratica. What an amazing show, and it was at a venue that I'd never been to before.
Orchestratica. That's a fun word.
Oh, and it was a fun concert.
Oh, I like that.
Oh my gosh, with like a bass flute, an upright bass that had like extra strings attached to it, so it got this little like vibra, and then he was playing a vibraphone.
Okay.
So
Good
fun
times.
And it was
Yeah.
out, and I don't know if it's near you or not, but it was like the Gilbert Chandler Community College amphitheater thing.
Yeah.
It's a fun little space.
It is a cool space. Yeah.
And I mean, acoustics were incredible. So.
Yeah. It's always nice when the acoustics complement the performances. That's one of the, I like MIM for that reason
Right,
too.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, hello, happy Tuesday. We hope that you indulge in some tacos on this Taco Tuesday, or get ready to celebrate
I see no tacos.
Hump Day Eve. Not
Well,
you. You don't get to indulge in tacos. They get to indulge in tacos.
Oh, they get tacos. We get no tacos.
Well, we get tacos after our show.
But we get it is Hump Day Eve.
I know. It's a big day for you.
It is indeed. It's a Hump Day Eve.
How many times are we going to say Hump Day Eve today?
Do we have to count?
I think you should set a goal.
Oh, like on the Newlywed Game where
Yeah.
it's like they would then like how close did they come to the actual points they had gotten?
I used to do this workout program where there would be like a secret word of the day, and depending on how many times the trainer said it, that's how many burpees you had to do, and it sucked. It really
Are those
sucked.
seeds? Burpees?
Burpees?
Yeah. They sell seeds. Burpees seed catalog.
I don't know, but this was not a seed catalog.
What's a burpee?
I can't. It's where you like. Okay, so you kind of jump up and then you go all the way down to the ground on your stomach and like walk out, do a push-up, come walk back up, and then jump. That's a burpee.
Oh, well there you go.
It sucks.
It sounds like it. So yeah. So you should use like a really bad word like xylophone, so that way you don't have to do many.
We never got to pick the word.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Anyway, I'm having like PTSD flashbacks to that word.
And that's something we should do as a word of the day.
I thought we were going to start doing a word of the day.
So-
What happened with our word of the day?
I guess we'll start a word of the day.
Should we all just make angry eyes at our producer?
We'll just throw googly eyes.
That should be our thing.
Because-
Throwing googly eyes.
Choo, 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 choo.
All right. Well, I understand that we're going to be moving our bodies today a little bit. I don't think it's going to be.
I know, and I like how it's like if you look at everything on the table, it's like you'll notice some things that aren't always there.
We have something that's not normally
Yeah.
there. But I don't think it's going to be as traumatic as my burpee experience. So I'm actually looking forward to this. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with our guest today. It's going to be a lovely Tuesday.
Indeed, it is. Good morning and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley here on this
That's-
Tuesday morning at the fabulous Arizona Center.
Wait.
Sorry, I can't change it up even a little bit, can I? Like,
Oh, you can.
it's gotta
That
be-
isn't so.
Okay.
But I was waiting for it's like and
You gotta wait for the hand movement.
well, sometimes you don't do the hands, so then
Me not do the hands? Really?
sometimes.
Wow. Okay.
So-
I'm very Italian. I feel like the hands
Yeah,
are
but
my
sometimes
go-to.
you're guilty of, I guess, losing your Italian card.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, no cannolis for you.
No cannolis for no tacos, no cannolis.
There you go.
What a sad day. It is not a sad day. It's a fabulous day. And that is because we have a guest here with us today. We have Stephanie here from Prana Yoga. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to
Thanks
meet
for
you
being
as well.
on the
Thank you so much
show.
for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So, Stephanie, tell us a little bit about Prana Yoga and your story.
High Prana Yoga is an energetic yoga experience because that's me.
Yeah.
Before I came to yoga, on a scale from 1 to 10, I was an 11 or a -1.
Yeah.
Yoga helped me find my center, and so that birthed the name High Prana Yoga. I'm also a Reiki master teacher, so that energetic transmission, that feeling is yoga. Yoga is a feeling experience, and it completely changed my life.
Yeah.
I thought that when I entered the room, my first yoga teacher training class, I thought that I would finally learn how to stretch. And it ended up being so much more.
Yeah.
So much more, and has touched every aspect of my life. My marriage, my kids, my relationship with my parents, my relationship with the world, and how I show up in the world has, developed, and I've harnessed that energy and developed High Prana Yoga.
I love that. Well,
Thank
Stephanie,
you.
speaking of touching really quickly, I want to make sure everybody can hear what you're saying, so I'm going to move your mic actually just a little bit because we're hitting the beads here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I understand what you mean about yoga being a transformative experience. I don't know that I related in that way to yoga, at least not at first, but for meditation, that was a life-changing experience for me. And right, it's like, who would think just learning how to breathe could be, the thing that saves you from chronic depression? But like, it's a significant. It was a significant enough shift that I've told people that it's touched every part of my life. So I love that you listen to that for yourself and turn this into something that you do with your life. That's super cool.
Thank you. Well, in yoga, we connect breath with movement, right?
Yeah.
And so the misconception a lot of the time is that I need to be this way, I need to be that way in order to do yoga. And it was told to me, if you can breathe, you can do yoga. So we could sit here all day, breathe, and witness what's happening in our experience, and that's yoga. It's enough. It's all enough.
Yeah.
And I want to bring it to the world and to all bodies that this is accessible to you, to anyone. Like I said before, if you can breathe, you can do yoga.
Yeah.
And, I've brought some stuff today to hopefully show the two of you how we can establish that balance of effort and ease. We call that in Sanskrit, the ancient language, sthirtha and sukham. But in all things, we are balancing our effort, ease and effort in all things, and that finding that center, like I was saying before. I'm not an 11 or a -1, always striving for that solid 5.
Yeah.
And it's enough.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I know. I think my journey with yoga has evolved too, because when I first started, when I was younger, right, it was like, well, how far can I go? How deep can I go in the poses? And and then Marshall knows I've talked about this stuff too. It's like I started having some health problems. My body changed a lot. My weight changed a lot, and suddenly it was like I couldn't do yoga in the same way. But it actually ended up being kind of a gift because I felt like I discovered other pieces and just beautiful things about yoga that I didn't allow myself to really experience before.
Well, thank you for mentioning that, because that inward journey, right? We're always coming back to us. And in meditation, it's the same thing. And to sit in a place, not moving, not having any thoughts, well, that's very challenging, right? And my teacher taught me, if you need to scratch your nose, scratch your nose.
Yeah.
Make the adjustment, come back to us. And in a yoga class, I hope to remind students, tune into your body, tune into what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And then that's enough. Because it's that inward journey in self-realization, not that there's a goal or anything to achieve.
Right.
It's that self-awareness, what's happening with me. So that journey, we keep going in and in, and then as you develop, you notice new things. It's never the same.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, a constant practice.
I love that she keeps saying too, that's enough. That's like, it's just so calming and centering, you know, when you when you feel like in the world sometimes when you're never enough, it's never enough, you know, it's like just having that message said to you on a regular basis. That's enough. What you are is enough, you know.
Well, and some days you feel like you can go further than others, and so that's one thing I like about yoga is the fact that it's like, you know, I'm going to go this far, and that's where I'm at for today. Tomorrow will be different.
Yeah.
And here I am at this moment.
Yeah.
Right.
So true.
And I feel like when you have that realization that I can do this in this way, I can come back, I can back out, and that's where we learn to understand our boundaries for ourselves. This today, I'm here. I might want to check this out further, but maybe I want to ease out of this. And in my yoga classes, that's what I try to remind the students again and again and again.
Yeah. Well, let's take a quick break and then let's explore a little bit of yoga with you.
Yes, let's do.
Yeah, I would love that. All right.
And welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the fabulous Arizona Center.
And you might notice something's different because we're not sitting on our chairs.
That's correct.
We're sitting on mats. We have blocks.
We are, and we've still got Stephanie here with us from High Prana Yoga. And so Stephanie, what are we doing today?
Today we are working on establishing our easy seat. This is a position where we start all of our yoga practices and finding that, again, balance of effort and ease. We want to work to get that spine straight, so we add those supports like with the blocks underneath the knees. They are sitting on 2 blankets, so that helps create this anterior pelvic tilt as opposed to something that's hunching over. So, you know, the body, we have considerations, but we find that comfort and we do whatever it takes to get there. They're on 2 blankets, but maybe they need 3. Maybe the hips are tight, so if you take the blocks and place them underneath your knees, we add more stability, more comfort there. So check that out. That's where we, and Marshall's are on the medium setting, Melissa's are on the lowest setting. Notice what changed. Maybe nothing changed. Melissa's taken hers away, and that's not necessarily something that's right or appropriate for her body. How do you feel, Marshall?
It's different, and I'm trying to.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, you know, and just sitting this way, I can already feel my posture is so much better.
Right.
And so, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And so, quick question. So, without the blocks, where did you feel it in your body the most?
So here, I mean, I feel like right in my lower back.
Low back. Low back.
And then here, it's shifted. I want to say a little lower.
So maybe you need more height underneath the hips. So I'm just going to swing back here, bringing my cord with me, and then we'll add another blanket.
Okay.
And we'll get you even more height.
Under the butt.
Safely coming up. So this, again, this is where we establish that easy
that feels better already.
seat. So, and the blocks maybe underneath the knees, maybe closer to the hips, or maybe not at all.
I'm thinking not at all, just because I mean
and
that.
so just allow.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more of a stretch.
Yes.
And it's like I just want to sit.
Right.
I mean, the way it's like shoulders back.
And so this is where we create this openness, this pathway for that breath, and then.
Is your breathing easier?
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, my breath. I've noticed this. I'm doing this. I'm like.
Already
things are
feeling
flowing a little bit better.
I just feel calmer. So yeah, my breathing probably has changed. Yeah.
And Melissa, how do you feel in your easy seat?
Good. I feel comfortable. Yeah.
So it's been said that, yogis 5,000 years ago would sit for hours in meditation. So this process, right, this opening, this balance of effort and ease, we could be here for a while and just breathe.
Yeah.
And that's enough. That's the yoga. So maybe consider, now that we've established that easy seat, softening the gaze. If it feels safe and appropriate, maybe closing the eyes. And just begin to notice your breath. We begin by taking breath in through both nostrils and then exhaling, slow and steady. We just begin to notice what's present in the experience now. Where is the breath? Is there a place in your body that's speaking to you right now? Breath in through the nose. Exhale, breath out. Here in this easy seat, we'll take a breath technique known as Shitali breath. On your next inhale, breathe in through the nose and through softly pursed lips, as if you're blowing out a candle. Let the air go. Breath in. Exhale, blow the candle out, slow and steady. Breathing in wherever you're at, and then blow the candle out, extending that exhale. Take this in your own time and allow each breath to bring you closer and closer to you. Now we release all doing with the breath, and we come back to our personal breath pattern. Notice what you notice, and know that it's enough. And then we softly flutter the eyes open, coming back into our easy seat, present moment. Let's take a big breath in together. Big falling out breath out. One more time, just for fun. Inhale. Exhale, let it all out. And that is Shitali breath in our easy seat. How do we feel now? Has anything changed or shifted? What's the experience?
I feel that I'm taller, that I've just elongated. And so.
You feel taller and elongated.
I'm just feeling peaceful, a little brighter, a little lighter. A smile's easier to rest on my face.
Smile's easier, brighter and lighter. And so you can see that the two experiences, of course, were unique to the bodies on the mat. So not one way to do yoga, not one way to feel yoga. There's not one way to teach yoga. So it's all good. A teacher said once that everything's in and nothing's out. So all a unique experience, and that inward travel, that inward journey is, I think, what keeps people in their practice.
Yeah. Well, that was lovely. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Do we get to learn a little bit
I
about
know.
this
I
thing?
was like, let's talk about your bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a Damara, and this sound healing was introduced to me by my mentor. He's the director of the yoga department, Will Zecco. I feel like he's been on the
Yeah, Will, we
class
just
before.
had
Everybody
him.
loves
I
Will.
love
Yeah.
Will.
And so he is a maestro of all things yoga. So this Damara has probably been one of the best purchases I've ever made because it's mobile. I can move around the room, and there's 2 different size Tibetan bowls on each side. So what takes place in a sound healing is frequency and vibration. The brain entrains or connects to the frequency and vibration. So when the mind's busy, we have thoughts racing. Sometimes this sound and vibration gives the mind a job. It gives the mind something to tether to, and then with the guided visualization, the breath techniques, the body's able to rest and wait for it. It becomes the healing machine that it was designed to be. Getting to that place of stillness, that place of rest, that place of comfort is usually more of a challenge than laying down and passively taking in the sound and vibration. So if you're willing, we can move on once again, and we can come into a laying down position. I don't know if that will work with everyone here.
We'll
We
give it
have
a
to
go.
stop
We'll give it a
again.
go. The
Yeah.
worst we could do is
Chris will yell at us in our
Yeah,
ear. And,
Okay.
And that's okay. We're used to Chris yelling at us
right.
in
Would
our
not be
ear.
the first time.
Okay.
Or Anne just shaking her head. No,
So-
what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh.
So now we will just shift off the blankets, and I will show you again how we can make this laying down situation a little bit easier. I brought these pillows, these bolsters that are behind you, and we can place them, Marshall already intuitively.
Yeah, I know.
added the
Oh, these are-
blankets
oh.
underneath, but we'll keep that there.
Okay.
And then maybe if you lift your feet, we'll add this here, and then we're going to safely come down onto one forearm and then the next, shifting the feet toward the front of the experience, maybe shifting the entire body down, or maybe he's good there.
How do you feel?
That might be a little much, so
It was a little
we'll
much.
shift it all down. We'll shift. You've got longer legs
You do have longer
than
legs.
Melissa, so we'll add this blanket here.
I do have longer legs than Melissa.
Everybody has longer
Safely
legs.
coming onto one forearm, and now we're going to add even more height here, possibly folding that blanket over, under, one more time, underneath the cervical spine. How do we feel there?
Good.
Feels good. Okay. And now, it is my sense that this cord may not reach.
Okay.
So we'll take your bolster,
Okay.
and I'll take those. I think your height may be good, and we'll add that underneath your knees.
Okay.
And this has fallen off again.
Hi, Anne. This is our wonder producer, Anne.
So all things happen, right?
Yeah.
And so yoga teaches us to be with sensation. And then Melissa, I'm going to add this for underneath your feet once again. And how does that feel?
Good.
So, and then if I can get an assistant to hand me a blanket here. Once again. Let's see. How does that height feel, Melissa?
Good.
For you, Marshall, I'm going to place this over the belly here. And then, no. Melissa, how do you feel without a blanket? Would you like a blanket to maybe cover up with?
No, I run hot, so I'm good.
Okay. So here, how is the low back?
I'm not really feeling any pressure or anything. Yeah.
Marshall, how does your low back feel?
I didn't really feel anything.
So we've found, I think, our supreme comfort. And again, we start the process by going inward, maybe closing the eyes even. When we close the eyes, we downshift the brain. We come back to that soft breath pattern. Taking breath in, maybe even blowing that candle out. Is there any place in the body that might be holding? Listen to that place and respond. Maybe the feet want to splay out. Maybe the knees want a little movement. Here, use your breath and fill the belly up like a big balloon, filling it up, 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 and let it be as big as wide and wide as it wants to be, and then let it go. Filling the belly, yes, 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 up, 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 and then let it go. One last time, big, big, big belly breath. Let it go. Coming back to your personal breathing pattern, allow your whole body to take in this frequency and vibration. Once again, we bring ourselves back to the present moment. Notice what you notice here. Just allow yourself to be. Let's take a big breath in together. Big clearing breath out. Let go. One last time. Inhale. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, begin to shift and move. Micro movements coming back into the space. Taking your time getting up again. Maybe as if you're waking up for the second time today. And we're coming back. Marshall's taken a different shape. And he's decided to stay. So something's working. We take the time and we have maybe gently rolling over onto your side.
That was lovely. Thank you.
Indeed. What a great way to kind of start our day.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is beautiful. I do. I try to do at least 10 minutes of yoga every morning.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and it really does help.
What's going on with your microphone, I think?
What?
Something about the microphone.
I'm covering it.
Over there going,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Or Anne's telling me my boobs are popping out. I'm not really sure.
I think she's telling me mine are.
Well, that happens to the best of us, Marshall.
Indeed it does.
Stephanie, let folks know where people can learn from you, take classes with you. Yeah, just share how people can experience this.
Sure. I teach at a gym. I teach young adults with developmental and cognitive considerations. I teach at My Spirit of Yoga. We, as a matter of fact, have an open house. Let's see, February 20th. That's a Thursday, I believe. And if you're interested in becoming a yoga teacher, if you've ever had a calling, an inner feeling, we do have a fast-track yoga teacher training. I will be one of the 2 co-teachers, and you can get more information about all things healing arts, self-help, self-transformation, and yoga through information. Just a second. I brought my, I don't know where it is, info@sweha.edu.
Okay.
Info@sweha.edu. So again, we have that upcoming yoga teacher training that starts March 3rd. February 20th, Thursday, I believe, is our open house.
Beautiful. Okay. So open house is a great opportunity to learn more and meet some of these incredible people. Thank you, Stephanie, so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
For helping us recenter and come back to ourselves a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this with our antics.
Our usual stuff.
We might be more chill than usual. We'll see.
We'll see.
Thank you.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the morning show on this Tuesday. As we can say it with our breath.
Mellow Tuesday.
Indeed, it's a very mellow Tuesday right
Yeah.
now. So I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
The
fabulous Arizona
not with
Center.
our usual veracity of Arizona Center. But yeah, so that was a really great way to start the day.
That was very lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm like ready to go do a sauna, just chill out. But it's okay, because you know what? We get to hang out with you all,
Well,
and that's lovely too.
And and we got them things to celebrate.
We got things to celebrate.
So very appropriately for today is our cue. I was like, oh.
Good save, Marshall. Good save. I thought you were going to.
All right. So, well, because I was excited because what a perfect day to celebrate having just done the yoga. It's Hug Day.
Hug Day?
Exactly.
Aww.
So who doesn't love Hug Day? I mean, the simple power of a hug can do so much.
It really can.
Communicate the fact that you really care for somebody and help get them through something.
Yeah.
So,
Well, go hug somebody you love today. I would say hug a stranger, but that could be dangerous, so.
Yeah, better hug someone you know or ask for.
Yeah.
If you can, instead of just going in, going for the hug.
Bear tackle. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things I've started doing since, especially since COVID. It's like, I'm going in for the hug. Here's your chance to back away or put your hands up or something, so that way, not invading your space.
Yeah. I'm a hugger, though. I don't mind when people hug me.
No, exactly.
That is not an open invite to creepers everywhere, by the way. Just clarifying.
And then also today, something equally as soothing, maybe even a little bit more relaxing, a hot toddy day.
What? Warm hugs and hot toddies?
Exactly. I mean, basically imbibing a beverage that's made of hot water, liquor, spices, and sometimes honey, sugar to add a little sweetness to it, maybe even some agave to make it more Southwest.
I just bought some wildflower and mesquite honey from a local maker out here, and that would be delicious in a hot toddy. Yeah.
It would indeed. And I mean, liquor-wise, you can add whatever floats your boat, whether you want to do mead, bourbon, make it what you want, and it's great for a sore throat, a cold, or just to warm you up.
We should keep some hot toddies around here. It's medicinal. You just said it's good for a sore throat.
Exactly. And then
we have to care for our both. I was going to say vocal cords and voices.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So that way we're able.
That was a really long indeed.
Well, because it's just it was like Tuesday. It's like everything needs to just be a little bit longer.
Okay.
So kind of like I feel a little bit more stretched, a little elongated. So let's just elongate some of those words. So.
All right.
I sound like a character on Sesame Street.
You really do. Yeah.
All right. So today is
a Muppet version of you would be really fun.
Like
no, I know, not like a Muppet that like looks like you, but like if you were Big Bird, what would a Marshall Big Bird look like?
I do have a Muppet.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to. I feel like I could design something really crazy to be like the Animal Marshal Muppet.
Ooh, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, tangent.
Yeah, no.
Okay, go.
All right, so today is Extraterrestrial Culture Day.
What does that mean?
So basically, it's a holiday that celebrates the fact that
they are among us and have their own
to honor
culture?
those extraterrestrials. I mean, it was recognized really by New Mexico as a way to just kind of celebrate those visitations, sightings, unexplained mysteries. And here, we have any number. I mean, you can go see the Phoenix Lights exhibit out at the Arizona Heritage Center out in Papago Park. So there's so many ways or out in Estrella, you can go visit the Star Tower and get a chance to go walk up the Milky Way and see the stars. So there's so many ways that you can celebrate.
I love that stuff. I love it. Like, I absolutely want to do the UFO highway one day. And
we did that. It was so much fun.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to talk to you about that at some point then. Okay. I want to do that so bad.
So yeah, I mean, we did the whole Roswell, and then we also did the New Mexico. And so, Area 51.
Fun. Okay.
And so, yeah, sadly, the Area 66 Museum is closed up in Kingman.
It is?
Yucca, yeah.
Oh, pooh. Okay.
So yeah, the couple that run it had a baby, and so their focus is now on family, and so.
Can't someone else take it over?
Well, one would hope that somebody would, but so far nobody has stepped up and said, "Hey, I'm going to do this."
Oh, let's make that our mission. Can we start advertising
and that's
for
kind of
that?
the perfect segue into "Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk."
But I want. Oh, that's a really cute picture.
I know.
That's
I was
so
like,
cute.
oh, I was like, look. Well, because I thought it was like, spilled milk. It's like, and then here comes the puppy licking it up. I was like,
that's a good thing for a puppy, a little spilled
No,
milk.
exactly. I just thought, what a great thing, because so many times that first impression is going, oh my God, this just happened. But then it's like, oh, wait a minute. That actually works out for the best.
Maybe it's not so bad after all.
Maybe the universe was trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
And so, not to worry, don't stress out over the little things, because and I think we're both really good at that, finding the brighter side of things.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, I would say that too. Yeah, we both have that ability. We hope you start developing that ability if you don't have it, because it's definitely a useful life skill when things go crazy and wonky all the time. Yeah.
It is indeed. And then a little bit of Arizona history.
Well, wait, Marshall, wait.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh, yeah, we've got an intro. I just go excited by the history stuff. I'm like, oh.
Introducing Arizona history by the hip historian, Marshall Shore.
Cue
Is that what I have to do to make it happen? Okay.
Woo!
Now you can do it.
All right. So back on this day in 1935, National Valley Bank, or Valley National Bank, was created. It basically brought together Consolidated National Bank, merged with Valley Bank, and Trust Company of Arizona, thereby creating the largest bank in Arizona.
Wow.
They had branches already all over the state. And so they were really one of the dominating forces in the 90s when they were acquired by Bank One.
That's a cool photo. I love
Yeah,
that
so that's
building.
actually a bank down in Tucson. And so one of the things about Valley National Bank was they really didn't just build a building, they really wanted works of art. So as you go around, like the Fred Flintstone building out on 44th Street, and so many of their buildings are so beautiful. There was another one over on Camelback on like 24th Street that the bank had like painted a beige, and the community cried out so much they went back and painted it back white.
Oh, wow.
And so I mean, those buildings are just so iconic
Yeah, they do look
and
really beautiful.
so well designed.
Well, that was a whole mess of good stuff in our celebrations
Indeed.
and history segments. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with a whole mess of other good stuff.
Maybe some bingo.
Maybe. We'll see if there's bingo on our cards today. Ooh.
And good morning and welcome back to this Tuesday as we've had such a great day so far.
We have.
I mean, we did a little bit of yoga. I've been extending words really long. So,
Who doesn't love that? I mean, the show's twice as long today, guys. Sorry, but
just
Marshall's having a grand time.
Exactly, just kind of dial it back into slow motion.
Oh, God. Feels like my worst nightmare.
Oh, completely.
Nope.
Yes, I agree. I'm like, come on, speed it up. Or you can like hit the button and like speed it up like 1.5 times so that way it's like normal.
Yes.
And so.
Yeah, I do that on like podcasts and audiobooks all the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And sometimes I even forget that I've even done that, and I'm like, oh my God, it's actually slower than this, like when I go to adjust it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know. It's interesting.
So, what are some things we could be doing today?
Oh, boy.
Now that we're all kind of relaxed and mellow on this Tuesday, I mean, other than tacos, tequila.
Well, you could go for a beautiful walk in the garden today, Marshall. It is Desert Botanical Gardens.
DBG,
Oh, I did it. I'm guilty. What have I done? I like how Chris was just like, I don't care that she's talking. I'm putting it in there.
I'm just hit the button and make it go. Fire away. Torpedo 1 launched.
Chris 1, Melissa 0. All right. No, but DBG, yeah, is having their community day in Phoenix. It does start as early as 8 a.m., so you can come explore the beautiful garden on this Tuesday. All ages are welcome to explore for this one, and it happens every second Tuesday of the month. So what a great deal. Every second Tuesday you can go out and hang out at the gardens. 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. It is actually free to do this, but you do have to RSVP. So I feel like my parents should do this. They would really enjoy that.
Yeah, and I bet if you go early enough, you'll get to see critters.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Friendly critters.
I don't think I've been to the garden that early.
I did, at one point I was taking a photography workshop, and so we did like an early morning at the DBG, and we saw all kinds of things.
I went out to Boyce Thompson really early, and that was cool. There were a lot of critters out there. Yeah. So, but
then there's also Gertrude. So after you're done walking around, then you could nourish yourself.
Yeah, they have good drinks too, by the way, just saying. this is for all the singles out there. Singled Out presents Single Night at the Valley Bar in Phoenix. This is 8 p.m. at the Rose Room. And basically you can grab a specialty cocktail and mix and mingle it up to hopefully meet your potential Valentine. Who knows? It's not too late. You could meet a Valentine a couple days before. It's not creepy at all. It's 21 plus. And
wow, you went there.
I just think it would be kind of, I don't know, I keep thinking about like if I met a guy on the 11th of February and then he asked me to be his Valentine. It's a little weird.
Did you have the same apprehension like second grade?
No, not in second grade.
When so many people were asking you to be
But
your
this is 21 plus. Like, it's a little different.
Well, what if it's like a preemptive, it's like, well, what about next year? Let's build towards being our...
I can't even plan out next week. You think I'm going to like commit
So you're
to
worried about
Valentine's
some man
next
wanting to
week?
be your Valentine's Day.
No, I probably would. I feel like I'm saying that, but like in my heart of hearts, I'd be like, yeah,
Why not?
why not? Better than being alone, right?
You never know until you say yes.
That's true. That is true. All right, go find a Valentine. There you go. It is an
And it's
edict.
Valley Bar, which is another cool place. I
It
mean,
is, yeah.
I mean, you've got all those, they have so many beverages that are Arizona themed. Mm-hmm. So.
Actually, that would be a great venue to meet someone. That would be cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one I'm excited about. I'm not going tonight, but I am going. It is Some Like It Hot at ASU Gamage, and that is running through the 16th. So for those that aren't familiar, this is set in Chicago when Prohibition had everyone thirsty for a little excitement. And it's a story about two musicians forced to flee the Windy City after witnessing a mob hit. And they've got gangsters on their heels. They're on a cross-country train for a life-chasing, life-changing trip of a lifetime. So it's a fun show. I think it's going to be a really good time. They have a lot of people don't know that Gamage has matinees. So if you don't want to go to like a 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. show, they do have matinee performances available. And tickets, I don't understand how this is possible. Our intern Dylan wrote tickets start at $18. What ticket is $18 at Gamage?
Way up.
No, not even. No way.
Way up, and maybe there's a post in front of you.
You have to lean the whole time.
Yeah, you kind of have to lean, but only one eye can really see the stage, so it's not in stereo.
So if you've got an eye patch, this would be a great option for you.
Exactly.
This $18 seat. Anyway, tickets range
You think
from
it's $18 per
$18
eye?
to $108. I don't know. Okay, good luck with Some Like It Hot, that $18 seat. That's all I know. Okay, we've got my two favorite things. We've got trivia and bingo coming up next.
In the same event?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Okay, I was like, wow, that would be...
I would not do well at the trivia because I was not the biggest Twilight fan. Do you remember the Twilight books and movies? The vampires?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Stephanie Myers.
Yeah. So it's Twilight Trivia Night at Snakes and Lattes. And, you know, this really, like, split up the world here, this whole Team Jacob, Team Edward thing.
Yeah, I think you might be too old.
I am too old.
Yeah, for Twilight, because everybody I know was really like, oh, Twilight, and really into the whole, which team are you on? Yeah.
No, I never got into that. But it starts at about $10. You can bring a group of folks if you want, and it's from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if Twilight is your thing, this is where you want to be tonight. You can do the sparkly skin, you know, get all
And maybe you could
vamped up.
Maybe you could meet a Valentine there.
At Twilight?
Yeah.
What a great thing to bond over.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Because you already know you have one thing in common, so there you go.
That's true. You're so smart. You should be a matchmaker, Marshall. And last but not least, we've got bingo at Walter Station Brewery tonight at 6 p.m. They do this every Tuesday, so you basically can go play bingo every single Tuesday of your life. That's what they're promising. It's 4 rounds, it's free to play, and there are prizes, so you have no reason not to go play bingo. It's 21 plus. Okay, so I guess if you're under 21, you have a reason not to go. You can't go if you're under 21. It starts at 6.
But it's a cool space, so if you've,
Yeah.
if you've not been there, it's a great way to just kind of get introduced to the space.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very cool. I'm still thinking about hosting bingo here. I think that would be fun.
I agree. And you can just do four quick rounds, on to the next thing.
Speed bingo. since both of us like talking fast.
Oh, that could be, well, that'd be dangerous because it's like, okay, B12, and just gave rapid fire and like, getting those daubers flying.
We should merge them together and do like trivia bingo.
We could easily do that.
Okay. Sorry, we keep brainstorming live on the air.
I know, with googly eyes.
I know. You should tell us what ideas you actually want us to do. They're like nothing. Never execute on any of your plans, ever.
Except the googly eyes. That's
I know.
Still a winning idea.
That is pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
You know what else is brilliant? Birthdays. Birthdays are brilliant.
Oh my gosh, if any of you out there have birthdays coming up, we would love to celebrate you. That would make us so happy to be able to shout out your anniversary, your birthday. Maybe you got a new job. We'd love to celebrate all of that.
All of it. Yeah, hit us up on Instagram at hello. Nope, that's the email. Hit us up on Instagram at On The Morning Show. And email is hello@onthemorningshow.com. But we're going to take a little second to do a birthday intro.
That's right.
It's your birthday. Jump up, go have a great day. Everyone has come to see you. Make a wish and hope it comes true.
All right, so every time you go to flip a light switch, you should say, "Thank you, Thomas Edison."
I do every time.
So because you know why? Today's his birthday.
Birthday.
Indeed. So out in Jersey, he basically came with the incandescent light bulb and so brought light to the world. And so
Brought light to the world. What a nice way of saying that.
as well as, the Victrola, so sound. He was such an basically such an inventor, coming up with these
Yes.
ideas.
Yeah.
And
A remarkable mind for sure. Yeah.
indeed.
Okay, one dead. Thomas Edison. Happy birthday to your ghost.
And then another dead person,
Yes, let's go.
Mary Quant.
Don't know.
So she was a fashion designer in the UK in the 60s and really much was the start of like the whole mod movement.
Is that her?
That is her, indeed
Yeah,
her.
I could see that being
Yeah.
yeah, mod.
But it was like, it's like her clothing is so iconic. And I love that in the 60s, early 60s, it was sold through Sears as well.
Cool.
So I actually had a friend who's like going, "Oh, I remember that year. I circled all this stuff because I wanted it." So, she was basically one of those designers that dressed Twiggy,
Oh, okay.
who was one of the earliest
Yep.
supermodels.
Yeah, I know who Twiggy is. Okay.
So, and then I know someone we've talked about many a time, one of your favorites, Jennifer Aniston.
Jen! Happy birthday,
So-
Jennifer Aniston.
She is 55 years old today.
Good for her.
And so, exactly. We know her from Friends and that iconic hairstyle that
Yep.
swept the country. And she's earned an Emmy Award, a Golden Globe, and a Screen Actors Guild Award. So, there you go. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jennifer Aniston.
And then today, we also want to give a shout out to 45-year-old today is Brandy.
Brandy!
Exactly. She sold over $40 million. The Grammys was just last week. I'm sure she was there for the spectacle. So,
Well, happy birthday, Brandy. I haven't thought or heard of Brandy in a while. I'm sad about that.
so that's why I'm sure she was there.
Yeah,
And probably just, hopefully she's still doing some fun stuff.
that makes me want to bust out some old Brandy. I definitely listened to Brandy when I was in high school. That was the thing. Yeah.
So you can go back and break out those CDs.
I can. Be a little nostalgic day for
Yeah.
Brandy's birthday. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps up our Tuesday. Thank you so much for hanging with us. We've had a really wonderful, lovely time. If you are at all interested in doing some yoga, learning about yoga, don't forget to reach out to Stephanie with High Prana Yoga. And we'll be back tomorrow on Marshall's favorite day, Hump Day.
That's right. It'll be Hump Day. We'll have more guests, more stuff.
It'll be a humdinger of a time.
It'll a humdinger. Oh, I love that word.
I don't know where that came from. It just
Wow,
kinda came
that's
out
a
of my
word
mouth.
I would be using.
I
I'm kind
know.
of surprised to hear that coming out of Melissa.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like, wow.
You're rubbing off on me.
Well,
yeah.
there you go. In the best way possible.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we're rubbing off on you too and you want to come back for even more.
And you can do that tomorrow right here, and we will see you then.